Here's a question worth asking before your next laptop purchase. How much does thermal management actually affect your daily experience? Because for many buyers, it matters more than the processor spec ever will. And that question is exactly why we're here today. Cooling pads are one of those categories where the price range is wide, the marketing claims are loud, and the actual differences are often quieter than the fans inside them. Some of these will genuinely extend your session lengths and keep your CPU and GPU running closer to their rated speeds. Others will move air, make noise, and do very little else. The honest answer is that a well-designed budget pad can sometimes outperform a more expensive one in the metric that actually matters at your desk. So, in 2026, let's figure out which ones are worth your money and which ones you can safely skip. Starting at number 5, we have the Razer Laptop Cooling Pad, and it retails for around $130. On paper, this is genuinely interesting hardware. You get an airtight pressure chamber design with foam seals, a 140mm brushless fan that spins up to 3,000 RPM, and intelligent fan control through Razer Synapse, meaning you can set custom fan curves or let it manage temperatures automatically. It fits laptops from 14 to 18 inches using 3 swappable magnetic frames, and it adds a 3-port USB hub. That is a thoughtful feature set. Now, the important caveat. Razer carries a 2.3 out of 5 rating on Trustpilot, and that is not an isolated data point. Across multiple product categories, users report consistent failure patterns, including double-clicking issues on their mice appearing within a single year of normal use. That kind of pattern across a product lineup suggests a quality control problem, not just bad luck. The cooling pad itself sits at 4.4 stars on Amazon, so many buyers are satisfied. But if long-term reliability matters to you, that Trustpilot score is worth taking seriously before spending $130. This is the premium brand pick with a question mark attached. Up next, a cooling pad that costs less and comes without the reliability baggage. Number 4 is the Yano V12, and it comes in at around $96. On paper, this thing is built to impress. You get a 5.5-inch turbofan, a 3-port USB hub, a removable dust filter, adjustable tilt angles, and RGB lighting with 10 modes. The brand claims it can drop CPU and GPU temperatures by 44 degrees Celsius in 90 seconds. That is an aggressive claim, and honestly, without independent verification, I would treat it as marketing language rather than a guarantee. Now, the trade-offs. This cooling pad retails near $100, which puts it in serious consideration territory. But the brand behind it, the horizon of possibility, does not carry the kind of track record that justifies that price with confidence. The rating sits at 4.5 stars across a reasonable number of reviews, which is encouraging. But specific performance data and reliability metrics are thin on the ground. The feature list is strong. The real-world story is harder to confirm. This makes sense if you want a visually aggressive setup, USB expansion, and dust filtration in one package. But if you are spending close to $100, there are better documented options worth comparing first. Up next, a cooler that keeps things simpler and costs significantly less. Number 3 is the Turbofan F12, and at around $27, this is the practical middle of the list. 12 high-speed silent fans spread across the surface, 5 height adjustment settings, 2 USB ports, a phone holder on the side, and compatibility with laptops from 12 up to 17.3 inches. On paper, that is a lot of value for the price. In real-world terms, the 12-fan layout means the airflow is distributed across a wider surface area rather than concentrated in one zone, which tends to matter more with larger or hotter-running machines. The 5 height settings give you enough flexibility to dial in a comfortable angle whether you are gaming, writing, or on a long video call. And the 2 USB ports mean you are not sacrificing a port just to power the pad. Now the honest caveat. The Turbofan has a strong rating and a solid review count, but long-term reliability data is limited. Most buyers report a positive first impression. Whether that holds up over a year of daily use is harder to confirm right now. This is the safest budget pick if your needs are straightforward. But if you are after something with a more established track record, the next option is worth a close look. And that brings us to the Habit HV-F2056, which comes in at around $25 and is, honestly, the closest thing this category has to a proven standard. Over 44,000 ratings at 4.5 stars. That is not luck. That is a product that has been tested by a lot of real people over a long period of time, and it keeps showing up in buying guides from 2023 all the way through 2026. That kind of consistency means something. It fits laptops from 15.6 up to 17 inches, runs 3 fans off a single USB connection, and doubles as an ergonomic stand with 2 adjustable height settings. The metal mesh surface keeps airflow moving underneath your machine while giving it a stable place to sit. Now the trade-offs. The fan performance is adequate rather than aggressive, so if your laptop runs extremely hot under sustained load, this may take the edge off without fully solving the problem. But for the vast majority of users, students, home workers, people who just want their laptop running cooler and more comfortably, this is the kind of product you buy and stop thinking about. For the money, the argument is hard to ignore. It is the value benchmark on this list for a reason. And that brings us to the number 1 pick on this list, the Turbofan F12, sitting at $26.99. That price is doing a lot of work here, because what you are actually getting is a 12-fan cooling pad with 5 height adjustment settings, 2 USB ports, a built-in phone holder, and wide compatibility across 12 to 17.3-inch laptops. On paper, that is a strong package. In real use, most buyers seem to agree. 12 fans sounds like overkill until you think about what that actually means. Distributed airflow across the full surface, not just concentrated in one zone. That matters if you run demanding tasks for extended sessions. The 5 ergonomic height settings mean you can dial in your posture whether you are gaming, working, or watching something. And the dual USB ports mean you are not sacrificing a laptop port just to power the pad. Now, the honest caveat. No product at this price comes with a long-term track record guaranteed, and independent data on durability over time is limited. But with over 1,000 reviews averaging 4.4 stars in 2026, the early signal is genuinely positive. For most people, this is the safest, most practical pick on this list. So here is where everything lands. If your budget is tight and you need something that just works, the budget winner earns its spot honestly. The value sweet spot is where most buyers should spend their money. Better polish, better long-term confidence without a painful jump in price. The premium options are capable, but some carry risks worth thinking carefully about before you commit. And the safest overall pick is exactly that. Safe, practical, and hard to regret. Buy for your actual life, not the best spec sheet. The links are in the description. So here is the short version. Casual users who want simplicity without overthinking it, go with the safest overall pick. Budget shoppers, the value option is hard to ignore. Just accept the trade-offs. If silent operation matters most to you, that narrows the list significantly. And if gaming is the priority, one option here is clearly built for that use case. Match the product to your actual life, not the most impressive spec sheet. That is the whole point. Links to everything covered are in the description below. If you want more comparisons across different price ranges, one of these videos is a good next step. Take care, and I will see you in the next one.